Hey guys, it's Drummond. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you know whenever I'm posting my next video. So today's video is going to be about adulting. So I recently had an interaction with one of my friends, well, I guess ex-friends' moms, and I thought that it would be an interesting story to kind of share and kind of talk about some of the things that I deal with as a YouTuber on my channel, as well as some of the things that I deal with my friends and all of that stuff. So the story with my friend, so if any of you guys were watching me on social media or anything like that around Halloween time, you knew that I went to Busch Gardens with a huge group of my friends. And for me, that was something that I've been planning all year because this is something that I'd done in the past with lots of my friends, and it was something that I was super excited about. So I invited this huge group of friends to go to Busch Gardens with me, and I was super excited about it. And I invited tons of different people. A lot of them hadn't met each other. It was people from all different groups of my friends, people from work, people from my YouTube channel, people from my sister's friend group, as well as my sisters. And for me, it was something that I was looking forward to. If you guys had seen some of my videos around that time, you'd known that I was going through a couple bumpy patches, and so was a couple of my friends and sisters. So it was just kind of an event that I had planned because I just wanted to kind of have fun with my friends and just enjoy the day. So when it came to us getting to Busch Gardens, we decided that carpooling was the best idea. Instead of having everybody, because it was like a huge group of 12 people, instead of having everybody try to pile into their own cars, we were just like, hey, let's save gas and make it a fun car trip down to Busch Gardens, because Busch Gardens is about 3 hours away from where I live. So we decided to meet up in Charlottesville and pile into my car and drive down to Busch Gardens. Unfortunately, about halfway through the day, one of my friends decided that her and her girlfriend did not want to stay until midnight. They had come up to me around 5 o'clock and asked when I wanted to leave. And I told them that 12 o'clock was the time that we were planning on leaving because that's when the park was closing. And the whole reason that we were going to Busch Gardens was for the scary stuff that started at 6 o'clock. They had told me that they wanted to leave earlier, and I was just like, I'm sorry, but the rest of the group was here until midnight. That was what we planned. They were in my car as well as two other people, and I was not planning on leaving, mainly because everybody that was at the park was there because they were friends with me. There was a few people there for my sister, but everybody else was there for me. And those friends ended up getting a little bit upset about it, and then they ended up getting one of their moms to text me and send me all these horrible things, and she was telling me that I needed a lesson on how to be an adult. And I was just like, wow, this person is a mom messaging me for someone who's in their 20s. And I'm like, if there's anyone who needs a lesson on being an adult, it's my friend who thinks having her mom text me and tell me that I'm holding her hostage at an amusement park. That's the person that needs to learn how to be an adult, not me. And then she started sending me tons of rude messages, just kept going and telling me that if I was really this person's friend, that I wouldn't be holding them hostage. And I was like, look, there are tons of people here at the park. This is the time that we had said we were leaving, and it sucks that this person got down here and decided they didn't want to stay, but I'm the person who's hosting this whole thing. I'm not driving all the way back at 8 o'clock at night when this thing goes until midnight. Had we left at 8 o'clock, we had really only gotten through one haunted house at that time. And the whole point of going there was for the haunted houses. So I was like, no, we're not leaving at that time. And these people ended up deciding to choose to just be miserable. And for me, I think in that situation, they're adults. They could have rented a car and left if they wanted to. They're adults. They could have chosen to have fun and just made the best of the situation, but instead they decided to be miserable. So that's their fault. And yes, I do care about my friends, but that is two people who knew that we were leaving at midnight who decided to just change their mind, and that would mean that the other 10 of us would have to shift our plans to accommodate for those people. And honestly, I was not about to cancel all the plans that I had with all my friends, and we had bought the tickets where it was an all-day pass, and we had all 3 meals on our tickets, and we'd only gotten 1 meal at that time. In that situation, I just didn't feel like I was in the wrong saying that I wanted to stay with the rest of my friends until midnight. But apparently, according to her and her mom, I was a horrible person, and I was just like, I don't see it that way. I'm sorry, but the invite said 12 o'clock, and that's what I'm going by. But there's definitely been a lot of situations where I've been called out on YouTube and called out by other people, and I've been told that the way that I'm acting isn't the way that they think I should. And honestly, I feel like when it comes to the type of life that I live, I'm doing the best that I can, and I try to please as many people as possible. But when it comes to my happiness, when it comes to my family's happiness, when it comes to the large group of people that I care about's happiness, I'm gonna do what I believe is best in that situation. So there's definitely been a lot of comments on my YouTube channel where people have called me out for things, where people have told me that they're no longer gonna follow me because they don't agree with certain things that I've said, where people have commented on my videos and attacked me for things that I've said. And honestly, when it comes to those types of things, there are a lot of things that people say that kind of set me off, and I'm just like, ooh, I just wish I could give them a piece of my mind. But a part of adulting is learning that just because someone has a different opinion than you doesn't mean that that's wrong. You have to just realize that those people are living with certain filters in their life, and that's how they grew up. And I'm just like, you know what? Yes, those comments make me feel like crap sometimes, but that doesn't mean that I need to attack back. And there's some people who've been commenting on my videos where they're just like, if I was in your situation, this is what I would do. And a lot of those suggestions seem to be kind of just attacking people for having different views, or attacking people who have attacked me in the past. And part of adulting is learning that just because you've been wronged doesn't mean that you need to get even. And so for me, that's something that I've had to learn. So when it comes to friends who decide they don't want to be my friend anymore because the way that I'm living my life, I just kind of have to let them go and let them do their thing, because I can't always please everyone, and I'm constantly trying to do my best. But there's some people out there that feel that they have to put me in my place, and they think that they're right and I'm wrong. And I'm just like, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I'm not going to allow you to push me over and tell me how to live my life just because it doesn't suit the way that you want to live your life. There's been a lot of times where I've bent over backwards for people. It seems like our friendship goes really well until I finally decide that, hey, something that you want to do isn't something that I want to do, and then our whole friendship just kind of blows up in my face. And that's when you kind of realize that there's some people out there that just aren't meant to be your friends, because you don't need friends in your life that are only your friends because everything that you're doing with them is what they want to do. And then when you want to do something and it's not something on their list of things that they want to do, that they just blow up in your face. You want to make sure that you've got people in your life that understand, hey, sometimes we're going to have disagreements, and you have to be able to do that in an adult way. You don't bring your mother into it. You don't send really hateful messages. I've definitely had friends in the past where I've disagreed with something that they've said or done, and instead of just being mature adults about it and saying, hey, we don't agree on this, they just decided to pull out the knives and start stabbing me as many ways as they could, just because I'm a very open person. So when it comes to my friends, I share a lot of my personal stories with them. I share a lot of my personal stories on YouTube, which a lot of times I can get stabbed in the back as well, just because people like to use that information that you give them and use it as a way to kind of get back at you. So just be careful when it comes to the people that you let into your life, and realize that some people aren't meant to be permanent friends. Some people are meant to play a role in your life and then they kind of walk out. Don't chase them if they're bringing in a lot of negativity in your life. Let them walk out of your life, because a lot of times the negative people will walk themselves out, and you just have to let them do that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully none of you guys are dealing with anything like this, but if you are, hopefully this video helped you guys out. But if you haven't already, make sure you check me out on my other social medias. I've got Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And hopefully you guys are having a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.